So I've been hearing a lot about this Evapo-Rust product. I've been wanting to try it for a while. And today I went in O'Reilly's to buy something else, and they had this on sale for $9.99 for a quart, which is, it said $3 off, but I've seen it for $15, $17 a quart at some places. So I figured I'd give it a try. And what appeals to me about this product is I'm one of the people that has kind of an aversion to harsh chemicals, and it seems like this is less toxic than most things. Yeah, so it doesn't really say a whole lot about that here, but when I was researching it online, it said one source said you could just pour it down the drain when you were done with it. This doesn't say that. It says should be disposed of in conformance with local, state, and federal regulations. But anyway, that's what made me want to try this. So we're gonna give it a try on these sockets. Now these are some old Craftsman USA sockets that my grandpa gave me, and he found them in his shed. It looks like they've been sitting in some water or some other substances. It's got some surface rust, some of that green stuff. Not really any pitting, but I'm gonna see if I can put these 5 sockets there in some of this Evapo-Rust and see what it looks like afterwards. Because I'd like to get these things where I could use them. So just to give you an idea of the condition that these are in before, that's kind of what they look like. Now, there's that one's pretty bad. There's a lot more than these, but I just chose these 5 because they kind of represent the state of the whole lot. So according to this, for light rust, you can soak your item for at least 30 minutes, and then 12 to 24 hours for stubborn rust. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in a cup of Evapo-Rust and come back in 30 minutes and check it with an update, and after that leave it until tomorrow and see what they look like. So I'll be back. Alright, we're back. It's been about 30 minutes, so I'm going to start taking these out and see if they look any different. I already see the water's looking mighty gross. So maybe preemptively here, maybe some of the film on the outside is a little thinner. It says no scrubbing, but I'm gonna give this a wipe just to see. I can already tell from giving it a little wipe, some has come off there. So I'm gonna wipe that one. And yeah, some has come off. We'll try another one here. Okay, there's a bigger difference on this one. The 5/8 is a little shiny again. So that rubbed right off, that rust there. With just a little pressure and a blue towel, could probably get this one clean now, but maybe. I'm gonna put it back in and check it in about 24 hours tomorrow morning. But I can tell it's working. It's definitely doing something. Yeah. It's got this, the cup's got this ring around it where I tried this with vinegar. I read that would work, and it didn't really I mean, evidently it did something because it put this ring of rust around here, but they didn't really look any different. So it looks like this is going to be a little more effective. So I'll be back in about a day, and hopefully we'll see a dramatic change then. All right, so it's now the next day. These sockets have been in here for 20 hours, not quite 24, but the bottle does say 12 to 24 hours for heavy rust, moderate to heavy rust. So that's kind of seems kind of subjective, but we'll see what they look like. Now, a potential issue that I may have is, from what I was reading this morning, apparently it does a lot better if the solution is warm. And as you can maybe tell, there's some ice chunks in there. The sockets look good though. But it got down in the 20s last night. It's 38 degrees now. So we'll see if it worked, but just preemptively here, I haven't looked at them yet, but it does look like they're looking pretty shiny in there. So let's get one out. All right, a little ice in there, but so this is the 5/8 that I showed yesterday, and I haven't wiped it yet. That film that is showing up on the camera, that's not as visible in person here, but as you can see, there's really no rust to speak of. Now let me give it a wipe and see if whatever that is comes off. So that did not come off at all. Maybe that's pitting or something, but it looks like it's all on one side where it was laying in liquid at one point before my grandpa gave it to me. But as you can see, the other side, it looks really nice. It didn't hurt the chrome or anything. Even inside, it's a little grimy, but it did get all the rust off of there. Anyway, let's check another one, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I wasn't really expecting a miracle, but it's definitely at least somewhat effective. Get the ice out of here. Like I said, maybe if I did this warmer, it would have helped, but I don't really think so, because that almost feels like some texture to the metal there. Maybe pitting, but so here's another one, the 11/16 that I showed yesterday. Yeah, that's a little rust there. It looks like it would probably come off though with a little bit of manual cleaning. So yeah, I mean, it's no miracle, but it definitely removes rust, and I'm happy with it for that, and that it's not super harsh or anything. That's actually where the chrome has come off there. I don't know if it was like that before. I'm sure it probably was. I doubt this has caused that, but you couldn't really see that before because of all the rust. But anyway, it kind of, these sockets aren't perfect, but they'll be good to use and good to replace missing ones in another set, or maybe make a set to carry in my truck or something. I'll check one more, and then I'm going to 10 millimeter here. Yeah, so that's where the chrome's gone off of these. That's okay. They were free, and it's always good to have extras. But I'll go ahead and I'll compare this one to one that I still haven't done yet. And so there's what that kind of represents what a similar condition to this one before treatment looked like. So yeah, you can tell it really looks like it was laying in some liquid for at least some amount of time, not long enough to really destroy it, but kind of, I mean, I wouldn't really consider that heavily rusted. Looks pretty superficial to me. It seems like that this solution's good for that. So maybe in the future I'll find some tools that are that have maybe some different characteristics of rust to try this on. But for now, you know, there's a review. Hopefully it was helpful to somebody. And yeah, thanks for watching.